before you come to New Zealand, tell us a little bit about your background, Bernie.
Well, my background when I first started, my first discipline was Kung Fu. Growing up, I was a natural fighter. I was just good at fighting as a kid without any instructions. And I thought that it was probably my calling to be a fighter. And I connected with, till today, he's one of my greatest teachers. His name's a man named Vincent Calloway, who took me under his wings, and he was an amazing martial artist, and I learned a great deal from him. And I've had many great teachers throughout my life as well. Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham, and then also one of my partners' name is Fernando Zugarazzo, who's an amazing boxing coach as well. And I just love what I do. I wake up and I do what I love all day. I feel like I'm retired, man. So it's amazing. I'm so blessed to have the life that I have, and boxing and fighting has took me all around the world, traveled all around the world, and making a living doing what I love. It's a dream come true.
So you, straight from school, you just went straight into the training, or how did that come about?
Well, so I was just really good at fighting, and I never lost a fight, and I took pride in that. And I met a gentleman who was a martial art instructor who told me, "Give me whatever you got." And I went and I tried to hit the guy, and I couldn't touch him. And I said, "Wow, this guy is amazing. I want to be like him." So I bowed down to him, and he became my teacher, and I did whatever he told me to do.
And it's led into other things as well, because you've been in the movies, in that industry as well.
Yeah, so I also do fight scene and choreography, and I've trained professional actors on how to look like fighters. So when they got a fight scene coming up, I'll work with them and make them look clean, make them look like proper. So when they do the film, they nail the scene perfectly.
So you've got a big gym. Where is your gym, and what's it called?
Well, I'm a part of a gym called Scrap Time Fight Club in Simi Valley, California, and I love it. It's my home, man. It's my home.
And the boys that you've brought over this time have got martial arts background, and both of them have fought in martial arts.
Both of them are professional mixed martial artists, and they both transition into boxing as well.
And is that what you do over there as well? Do you do boxing, or just solely
Well,
martial
I
arts?
love boxing. Is my heart, man. I love boxing. Even the martial arts, the martial artists, the mixed martial artists that come train with me need to develop their striking and need better striking, and that's what I am. I'm a striking specialist, so I help them with that, and I also train professional kickboxers. But boxing, oh man, I love boxing, and I've worked with some of the top fighters of our time in boxing, and I've cornered some really wonderful boxers.
And last year was that last year your first trip to New Zealand?
No, last year was my second. My first trip here, what brought me down here, was Isaac Dogboe fighting for the WBO international title. He fought on the Joseph Parker undercard when Joseph won his WBO world title against Andy Ruiz. That was a really good fight. And so Isaac fought on the undercard, and that's what brought me here. I came here just to work his corner, and he got a knockout, and it was amazing, and I met a lot of good friends. I met Craig Thompson, messaged me. He saw that I was in New Zealand, said, "Hey, bro, I'm a huge fan. I love watching your work, and I would love for you to come and be a guest at my show. I'll give you a VIP table, whatever you need. Just come to my show." And I was with writer for Boxing Magazine. His name is David Finger. So he's a boxing writer. And I said, "David, man, what do you think we go check out this club show?" And David said, "Yeah, man, let's go check it out." So we went there, and that's the first time I got to experience a corporate fight. I had no idea what a corporate fight was. In the States, it's only amateurs and pros. But it was like something I've never experienced before. It was very entertaining to watch two guys that pretty much don't know what they're doing just go in there and try to take each other's head off, and me and David were just laughing like, "Wow, look at this." And they have no headgear on, which wouldn't be allowed where I'm from. I'm like, man, these guys are tough. They don't care. They're not making any money. They're in there just trying to take each other's head off just for fun, man. So it was quite an experience, man. And me and Craig became really close friends. And, I had a talk with him about, there's fighters that I want to build up. consider bringing him over here and we can get him some fights and build their records up. And he said, anything you need, I got you. So Craig's like my brother, man. So if I ever want to come here, I just call Craig. He puts together a show for some of my boys, and we come down here and line them up and knock them down, you know?
Well, the first time that I saw you was when you brought James Wilson over, and then that did no harm to his career coming over here.
He left undefeated. He had he had 4 fights scheduled. He had a slight tear in his bicep, or an injury in his bicep, so we didn't finish the 4th fight. So what we did was we just fought 3 fights and then went home after that. And yeah, that's how he got his jump start in boxing.
Yeah, so he's now with Golden Boy.
Now he got signed with Golden Boy. His current record is 7-0, and I wish him all the best. You know, I hope all his dreams come true, man.
And so now you've brought 2 more boys down, David Roberts and Darian Chapman.
Darian Chapman, yes.
And they fought last night.
Yes, they did. And David's had 2 fights since he's been here, both of them first round knockout. And let me say, David is like my son, and I love him with all my heart, man. This is my boy, and I've watched this kid blossom into an amazingly talented and confident fighter in such a short time. He comes into the gym, he puts in the work, does everything I ask of him, and now he's 3-0 in MMA and currently 2-0 in boxing.
And the boxing over here was just the sideline, basically, to get the striking game up to par, is it? Is that what you brought him for?
Well, actually, it was just more just to make a breakthrough in boxing, you know. That's it. So, I mean, he's been doing great in MMA. He wants to try boxing, and I love boxing, man. You know, I love the science of boxing, and I thought it'd be a great idea for him, you know. So, and it does improve your MMA, too, to have your hands down. I mean, hands are king, if you ask me, man. In a fight, man, it's very important to have good hands. So he's stepping his game up in his striking too.
So excuse me, when you go back home, will they differentiate? Will they jump from code to code, or will they concentrate on one code over there?
Well, I mean, they have both. They're capable of both. So then it comes down to where we're going to make the good money at. You know, if the MMA is offering us good money, then we'll go there. If the boxing is, then we'll go there. Because at the end of the day, it's a business.
And I noticed about both fighters, and when James came last year, they've all got personalities. They've all got charisma. They've all got that show. That's what people like to see. So is that something that they learn off you?
That I don't teach them that, man. They're born with that, and I'm just blessed enough to have them as my students, and they do. They're really outgoing, and yeah, they have great personalities. Really, just the character that they are sells tickets. I mean, David sells over 300 tickets by himself when we're at home, you know. So I mean. And that's why every promotion loves to have him on the card, because they know the venue is going to be full. They're going to sell out seats, and, you know, he's really good at entertaining. You know, he's an entertainer.
And he's got another fight booked here in New Zealand. Is that true?
Yes, there's one guaranteed. Like, now, look, I'm waiting for a phone call from Craig for tomorrow. We're waiting to fight tomorrow. But the promoter had booked him on the show, but we haven't heard from him in the past few days, so now we're not certain is tomorrow going to happen or not. We need some kind of a confirmation, but guaranteed he's fighting again on the 14th. Both him and Darian are fighting on the 14th.
I can tell anybody watching this interview that they should get along and see these boys in action, because they are entertainers.
Guaranteed to entertain, guaranteed.
And with some skill attached as well.
Absolutely, skill, power, technical. I mean, it's just beautiful and so much fun to watch.
So you go back home for Christmas, and when do you plan your next trip to New Zealand?
Well, you know, we're just going to take it one day at a time. I have to go give my family their time. It'll be a month. I'll be away from them. So after Christmas, me and David are pretty much talking right now about going to Thailand and doing some kickboxing over there, possibly in February or so. But definitely coming back here to do some more boxing.
Yeah, well, we can't wait to see you again, Bernie, because you're a pleasure talk to, and you're always so accommodating with anything I ask, and I can't wait to see you back here.
Thank you so much, and I can't tell you how in love with New Zealand I am. I mean, just the people in general, how nice they are. Everyone seems to be just so well-mannered and polite, and I've gotten so much love here that, man, I could really see myself retiring and living in New Zealand. I really love it here. I love the environment. I love the green. I love the beauty. I mean, and the people, more than anything, make me fall in love with this country even more.
Oh, well, it's reciprocal, mate.
Yeah.
We love having you here.
I'm very grateful for you guys as well.
Okay, good luck for the rest of your journey around New Zealand, and have a good Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well.
Cool.
Awesome.
Excellent.